Alex Becker, friends. Alex Becker, a lot of you guys love him. He's one of the biggest crypto influencers, like 5 million plus people. And a lot of you respect him. But I want to speak to you about incentives, friends, because, oh, look, we can talk about this in another real world example. For example, friends, if there was the president of the Mothers Against Alcohol group, okay, literally the president is a female mother and she's part of a president of Women Against Alcohol, okay? All these mothers, they believe alcohol should be banned, means you shouldn't be able to allowed to drink until you're age 40, all right? If you are going to her for advice, where do you think her incentives are aligned? If you ask her, hey, we're having a party, I'm turning 27, I'm going to invite some friends. She'll probably say, guess what? You have some orange juice, you get your sparkly water, you go home at 9:30. Okay. Is she a bad person? No. Is she a good person? You don't know. She just has incentives aligned with her organization. She's getting paid by them. Maybe she gets paid $500,000 a year to be anti-alcohol. That's another way to look at it, right? Now, you might speak to her. She goes, no, I really believe that alcohol should be banned for all people. And you shouldn't be allowed to drink until you're 40. Okay, and you tell her, well, you know, Jesus kind of turned water into wine. What was that? Anyway, these people, friends, it's just incentives. Now, let's look at Alex Becker. Alex Becker literally made a post, which I just made recently, and for some reason, a lot of you guys got upset. I quoted just his post. I showed you his post. He says about 90% of his portfolio is seed ICOs, which means projects give him an allocation. Okay? They give him an allocation. I would like to ask you this. Where do you think his incentives are aligned now? And the answer is clearly projects give him the allocation. And friends, by the way, I'm not going to name you names because I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I've seen some of the projects he's been given the allocations for. And they are so garbage. There is a whale from VVV Launchpad Sean's friend, okay? So he knows the dude. Forgot his name. This dude, he's got like, I don't know, 10 million plus. And they said this guy is an enormous risk taker. He is really enormous. So Sean said this guy goes into most super risky ICOs and deals. He takes them. There was one project, he looked at this, he goes, these terms are so bad, I'm out. And that's how VVV Launchpad Sean, he goes like, you know what? That's an indicator, man. If the most degen of degen guys won't even participate in this deal, all right, that must be, if these conditions for, what do I mean by bad conditions, fans? It means the valuations that they're trying to give you this coin out and tell you it's a good deal. You're paying like, you know, 550 million fully diluted and the way things work and stuff. Okay, it was such a bad deal. Basically, VVV walked away and they're just like, whatever, we'll just find other deals. And we've moved on. Now, Alex Becker, I've watched on his channel, he's got that coin. Okay, he literally has that coin. The one we're in. Not in, but we're gonna get, and the negotiations broke down because they're like, man, this thing's bad. Now, all these project fans, they had different tiers of where they slide you in for the fully diluted. People who are like really, really close family members, they get in at 10 million. And then 50 million. And then as you move down the line, okay, you're another fund or whatever, or VC, you get 100 million market cap, and then it goes, you know, 150, 200, 250, all the way down up to 1.1 billion starting. They have like T15. I wonder which those suckers are going to be, okay? You'll probably find out when they're listed on all the mainstream YouTube influencers when the token's going to launch, okay? So Alex Becker's in one of them. I'm just giving you one example, okay? Now, he has mentioned this coin, and I know for a fact this guy's in at like 50 million market cap, okay? 50 to 100 million. It's going to launch at 1.1 billion. So he's given him, I don't know, 100K, or they've given him the tokens, man. He probably doesn't even give him money, okay? Let's say he did have to front 100K, okay? He's on side 20x day one. What do you think his incentives are to tell you about this coin in particular? No, but by the way, this is every single one. His words, not ours, right? Not even our words. His words saying 90% of my portfolio is just this seed ICO stuff. They've given him stuff, man. So does it mean he's a bad person? No. Does it mean he's a good person? He could still be a good person. I'm just telling you, what are the incentives? Just like that woman at the mothers group with anti-alcohol. Okay, sweet. Well, Alex Becker will be anti-trenches. All right? That's another way to look at it. What's trenches? I'm in the trenches here with you. I'm looking for actual low market cap stuff. Friends, I watch Alex Becker's videos. Do you want to know what he calls a low market cap? 180 million market cap. 180 million market cap is what he calls small. All right? He doesn't get anything below that because his following's too big and naturally. But if you're watching him, that's where your incentives are aligned. So just so you know that, you go, okay, well, I am following and watching some. See, friends, I watch it too, right? But I don't follow. I'm just like, okay, what's going on? Friends, what you got to do is you got to look at this stuff and go, good deal or bad deal. That's it. Good deal or bad deal. Just like you're a boxer in the ring. Is there an opening? Should I strike or not strike? They make these decisions in 2 seconds, okay? It's like it's a flow state, right? You've ever heard of the flow state? You think, but you don't think, okay? So you do this enough times, you see, okay, bad deal, bad deal, bad deal, bad deal. Oh, good deal, right? For example, throwing out pulse chain altcoins, everyone's laughing. I'm like, yeah, man, you get to give me Dick with Butt and Tang Gang stuff at like, we're talking about them at like 3 million market cap, 4 million, they're still 5 million. You still got Teddy Bear at 20 million. Like these things are good deals to me, okay? They're good deals, especially being leveraged on the Ethereum ecosystem, which is pulse chain, of course. There's many others, okay? Many others out there. For example, ticker Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama. Now, it takes a while, obviously, for you to learn this, but I'm just introducing this concept to you, okay? So look at the incentives here and there, the incentives. Now, of course, everyone is incentivized to talk about the stuff that they like. I talk about stuff I don't own. I have to give you stuff in buy zones I don't even buy myself because I'm like, this thing's too cheap. It doesn't really matter. But I'm just throwing it out here. But on average, yes, 99.9% of them not like that. You won't get this scenario. So now that you've seen this, think now about every other influencer you and I have to watch. What are their incentives now? Okay, do you think their incentives are to be out in the trenches with me and you, finding underdiscovered, hated, deep value contrarian stuff? Why do you think, friends, why do you think I go for deep value contrarian stuff? Why do I do that? It's because from day one, I assume, I go, well, your friend Sommi here, I go, I know what I do works. I know what I do works, okay? It's been working in the stock market forever, buy low, sell high. The reason why most people do it is they don't have the skill or the balls or the guts to sit through the red candles and to sit through the pain and people laughing at them and everything, and then all the bad news and everything. They don't have the guts to. I know that. And I assume, okay, you know what? Even if I never make another video ever again, one day my followers might get so big and so large that I start moving markets, okay? Really moving markets. So I always knew there's nothing to worry about because I'm only hunting deep value stuff. I'm hunting stuff down minus 90%, down minus 95%, okay? That's what I'm hunting. This type of mentality is what keeps me in the game, in the trenches, okay? That's the strategy. If you're looking at these other influencers, man, they've been given these coins, and yeah, everyone's aware it's only one cycle only, but how are they actually winning? They don't even need the project to do well. Okay, if this guy's in a 50 million market cap, it's going to launch at 1.1 billion, fully diluted, okay? Maybe it's going to flush up 20%. He doesn't even get his coins out yet. It could sink 70% down for the next 12 months after the release. He's still turned 100K into 600K or a million into 6 million, whatever his investment thing is. He still made a 6X. You've dropped 70% over 12 months, okay? He's still up 6X. Do you think his incentives are therefore to find something that's really undervalued? No. Most likely, friends, remember, because I'm not going to just go out and call everybody like, well, you scum. No. But look, his incentives is just to keep it in the zeitgeist, in the mental sphere of the crypto industry, just enough to get enough bids there for him to get out. That's pretty much it. Just keep it alive. You know, I got given a deal. This is cool. You look at the positive stuff of things. That's pretty much what you want to do, okay? So, like I said, good person, bad person, you judge that, okay? I'm not telling you anything. I'm just telling you the incentives are not matched with you in the audience and me to follow this type of stuff, all right? It's literally a big fat pyramid. Influencer up here takes a big fat shit all over everybody, and everybody else basically has to like swim around in smelly poop. You understand? Deep value contrarian friends. These people don't buy the stuff that I touch. They can't. They literally can't. I mean, friends, the best example I can have is Go and check my Tang Gang post with HOA. Just using it as an example. It's funny. Mr. B Roots, so shout out to Mr. B Roots. He made a joke. He goes, how much are they paying you for this? Okay. Which I thought was like, this is the funniest thing. I was so motivated. I went and made a video specifically dedicated to this. And you can go check the replies. I made a post. He doesn't even know I was shilling his coins way more aggressive for way long of a period in February, just a few months ago. Teddy Bear, Pete-Eye, Atropa. While HOA was smacking up 11x, I stopped talking about it, okay? I'm still long, but I'm like, you know what? It's gone up 11x. I can't really tell everyone's buy of lifetime that I generally don't feel like it's a good deal now, and it's come back down 70%. Now, while it was up there in Feb, I was making post after post after post. Lottery tickets, Pete-Eye, Teddy Bear, Atropa, they were still scooping off the lows. It was funny. No one was listening. No one was listening. And now that it's inverted, now HOA goes down, Pete-Eye, Teddy Bear, Atropa, those go up. People talk like, hey, why aren't you going to... People always say to me, why aren't you going to shill all that stuff going up anymore? Because I look for good deals, man. I look for a good deal. I'm satisfied with a good deal, and that's it. I just let it go for the whole cycle. It worked in last cycle. It'll work in the last cycle before that, friends. This works in the stock market. This is literally this buying low. You're buying low, you're satisfied. Yeah, it doesn't mean you get the low. It's just on average, if you look for good deals, you kill it. You crush it. On average. Doesn't mean you could always double bottom, triple bottom. Maybe it goes down an extra year. Maybe it freaking screws you up. All these things can happen. But on average, if that mentality is there for you, there are rewards. 100%. You're winning the game. Okay. Go back to Alex Becker. Is he giving you buy low, sell high stuff? Is he giving me buy low, sell high stuff? Hell no. He is giving us buy high, sell higher. He's giving us buy high, and then hopefully his followers, the latecomers, just FOMO in after and you get out. All right. Now, of course, that works if you're constantly early. The problem is in this momentum game, the risk reward sucks. So yeah, of course it works. There are people who are just momentum traders, okay? Trading breakouts. You can trade breakouts on the weeklies and the monthlies. Of course, there are people like that. The problem is waiting for the breakout point and getting out. And you're using spot, not no leverage. You're risking the whole unit, right? Because I know most of you don't get out. That's the funny part. You're meant to risk like 30%, but I know most people don't get out. They will ride it down. And crypto's so hyper volatile. I mean, you can get in, you can just drop 60% with a wick. Okay, how do you manage your risk? You're meant to risk the whole bullet. Okay, you got to risk the whole bullet. And then what's your upside there? Because this is the thing. You got to have this in the back of your mind. If you're playing momentum breakout, if it goes up a 2x or just a 3x, the insiders, they're on side between 30 and 50 now. Okay? How long are you going to hold for? That's why you got to be convicted in this. You understand? And you're thinking, wait a minute. If you're convicted in this, why are you waiting for a momentum breakout? You should have been buying in the depression. So pretty much, it sucks. That's why it sucks. So, I'm going to buy the momentum breakout on stuff I believe in. Your reward's going to suck. People who do believe it are going to be 30 to 50x on side when you're just on side 2 to 3x. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep trying to scalp out? You know the bull market doesn't last long enough for you to keep doing this over and over. And there are many times the charts will do the cup and handle pattern where they do the whole cup scoop up and then they'll come and smack you down 3 months down, 3 months up just to recover. That's 6 months wasted. You have to sit through minus 50 to 60%. Now you're shaking. You don't even know if it's going to go up to your target because you sat through this pain. You're like, I'll play this momentum breakout. You don't even have the balls to do that anymore because if you had the balls, you would have been buying the depression. So you're not used to this whole, oh my God, it's going up and down. Where's it going to go, right? You need this short-term gratification. That's what momentum trading is. You need that to keep moving up, okay? So think about the incentives. Catch you in the next one.